Hi, I'm Georgia, and I'm back with another motivational. Today's what? Tuesday? So it's Motivational Tuesday, and I'm back with another word of motivation. Okay, so I was talking to one of my very close friends this morning, and she was voicing how she doesn't feel like her life is going in the direction that she wants it to go. And she's working really hard. She's doing her best, but it doesn't seem to be yielding the reward that she's expecting at this time in her life. And, we dived into a few things and we explored a few concepts as to where she is, what she's doing, and all of that stuff. And I felt like I wanted to share this with you because, see, a lot of time we get up and we go to a 9 to 5 job. And, like there is absolutely nothing wrong with a 9 to 5 job. But the problem is, a lot of times we are doing things that we're not really that much interested in. We're going there because we want to make some money. We just want to be able to pay the bills to get by. But when we're living to just get by, it doesn't really satisfy our soul. So what do you do? What do I do if we're stuck in a 9 to 5 job? And the truth is, we want to get higher, but we can't let go of what we're doing to go pursue something else. In our heart, in your heart, you know that well, you'd like to write a book, or you'd like to go back to school, or there's a craft that you're passionate about, but you don't have the time to go learn that craft right now because if you leave your job, then if you leave your job, then you don't know how you're going to pay the bill. Now, the truth is, one of the things that we have to understand about the job that you have, everything in your life is to be considered a blessing. Even if it's a test, it's there to make you better. Now, your 9 to 5 job, this is a problem that a lot of people are having with their 9 to 5 job, is that you go, you show up, but you don't do your best. You show up late, you take extra time on your lunchtime, like you have half an hour lunch and you're there for like 30 minutes, 35 minutes, 40 minutes talking. You go to the bathroom and you sit in the bathroom for a while. You punch out early and you go home. You try to do the least amount of work that you can do because you complain and you say, like, one, I don't want to be here. Two, they're not paying me enough for me to be here and to do all this work that they want me to do, and I'm not happy with this. But can I tell you that that principle is wrong, and that principle is why you are where you are. That same principle is why you will never be promoted. What I want to tell you today is a recipe for success, is that do more than you are asked to do. You are in a job that you really don't like. I am going to tell you this and I want you to try this. Show up on time. Give 110% of what they ask you to do. Do it. Do not punch out before the time. Do not overstay on your break. Do not go to the bathroom unnecessarily just because you want to avoid work. Because when you do that, you are stealing. And when you steal, you are robbing your own self. There is the law of karma. Some people believe in karma and all these different beliefs. But I believe in a God, and I believe that He looks down and He sees, and He is waiting to promote each and every one of us. He wants us to be our best. He wants to take you in your destiny. But if you're not prepared for it, if you're not ready to go there, He's not going to put you where you're not ready to be. Because guess what? If He promotes you to that level and you have such poor work ethics, you know what you're going to do? You're going to ruin it for yourself. You're going to get there. You're going to get used to the position that you're in. And at first, you'll be early. You will appreciate it. You'll appreciate the extra money. And then, boom, you're going to get back to the same place where you'll be like, well, I've been doing this for like 2-3 years and I want something different to do. But if you learn how to work on yourself, work on yourself more than how you work on your job, that means develop principles. Come to work on time, as we talked about. Be nice. Be nice to the people that you work around. Allow these people to like you, like your personality. That means you're developing character while you work. It doesn't matter if they're nasty. It doesn't matter if everybody's gossiping. You don't have to be a part of it. Like, work on yourself. And when you get home from work, instead of sitting on the phone and going through your WhatsApp messages and just like hitting up back people who just like be messaging you for nothing, instead of going on Instagram and just like scrolling through video, going on TikTok, Facebook, and all of that stuff, watching a movie, playing games, going over to see your homegirl or go kicking it with your boys or stuff like that. Read a book. That thing that you want to do, it's time to invest in it. Should you take an evening class, if that's what you need to do, then you need to do that. Whatever it is that you want to do, you are going to have to figure out, how do you work on yourself. You need to spend some time cultivating that. I understand that for some people it would have been easier if you were able to quit your job, go to school, and work on yourself. But we all don't have it that good. So if you don't have it that good, especially if you have children and a family, but you know that you work at, like, I don't know, you work at McDonald's and you're like so tired of flipping burgers and smelling like French fries and stuff like that, and you want to do something different with your life, like, do not go thinking like, oh, I can work at Wendy's because Wendy's pay $1 more. It ain't no different. It's not working on yourself. It's not the money that is the big problem. Believe you me, yes, we need more money and we want to fulfill our dreams and we want to make it easier to pay our bills and be stress free. But do you know that there are a lot of people who make a lot of money but they're still miserable because they're not where they want to be. They're not doing what they want to do and it's not fulfilling them. So I promise you, money is not the problem. It's contentment that we're lacking. We're lacking the contentment to pay our bills. We're lacking the contentment to get up every day and do something that we're passionate about, something that we're eager about, something that you sit there and you literally improvise, like, how can I make this better? That's what you want in your life. But if you're not there and you have to work to get yourself there, start practicing on yourself, start building your character, start building yourself. I used to work as a home health care. I said that in a previous video before, as an home health care aide. And I remember when I went to work that I loved what I did. Like, I would take care of people to the best of my ability. And also, I used to just schedule. Like, it was less formal. I was not working with a company. It was a very less formal job. But one of the things that I did was, like, whenever I saw that they didn't make the schedule and everybody was like, what are we gonna work? What is going on? And everybody was complaining. You know what I did? I started making the schedule, sending it over privately to the boss, to her supervisor. So I send it to her and I would say to her, first I would kind of like sneaky around and ask people like, so what days would be best for you and stuff like that. And then they in there chatting, they would tell me, and then I'll make the schedule. I'll send it over to her supervisor and I would let her know that this person said this is the day that they want to make. And sometimes I'll send her a little note and I'll say, like, they're really complaining because they want the schedule out. And that would work for everybody so far because I've spoken to people. And then you know what she would do? She would send that schedule back out to the staff. But for a long time I was making the schedule and people did not know that until after a time she officially just started asking me to make the schedule, even when I wasn't trying to make the schedule, and now everybody knew. But I was not paid to make the schedule. Even at the time that she was asking me, she still was not paying me. Then after a time, because I did so well and the clients loved me and they were requesting me, and all that time I was going to school. I was in college working on my bachelor's degree. So I was doing my best on that job. I had my family, but yet still I found a way to go above and beyond and to do more than I was called for. Now, let me tell you, after a time that I was done with school and stuff like that, that same person that I was working with, her and I went into business. And I'm telling you, it was a very, very lucrative business. But how did I get to that position? It's that I was doing more than I was asked to do. And I'm telling you to do the same thing. Instead of complaining how much you hate your boss, they don't put the schedule out on time, and complain, they don't do the orders right, they mess everything up, and all the little complaining that we go on with. No. If you're working and you see that something is needed, go to your supervisor and you say that we're running low on cleaning supplies. We're running low on whatever supplies we need. Like, help. Be an asset. And when you be that asset, I promise you that it's either God will open a door that you will be promoted, or even in that same job, you will get a promotion and you will feel better about yourself. You know, Earl Nightingale had made a very famous quote, which I never forget and I always try to remember, is that success is the progressive realization of a worthy goal or ideal. People are not trying to pay you for your time. You feel like because you show up and you're there, then you should be paid like $50 an hour. No, 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 no. People are paying you for what you are worth. When you take a job and the job is $8 an hour and you sign that application and you take the job, then you're saying that my hour is worth $8. Let me tell you something. Bill Gates would not take a job for $8 an hour. Neither would Steve Jobs, because they know their worth. And they have spent years and years of developing themselves. They were not just thrust into the spotlight overnight. No, 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 no. They were in the background for many years working on themselves. We're seeing the final product of when they have we're seeing the product of when they've perfected their skills. So we're reaping from what they've perfected. Now the world is waiting on you to perfect your skill, because whenever you get to that place where you have mastered that which you're good at, that which you're passionate at, guess what will happen? People will seek you out and they will pay you. They will pay you for that which you have mastered. There's so many people, there's so many people that are out there that are making like crazy money right now. But if you don't spend time developing yourself, if you don't spend time working on yourself, you will not get to the level where people feel like you are worth that. Let me tell you, nobody's paying you for your time. Get that out of your head. We all have 24 hours in the same day, but it's what we do with that 24 hours. We do not spend that 24 hours equally. So you cannot expect to be having all the fun in the world, going to the mall, hanging out, being on the phone, kiki, laughing, scrolling through the books and all of that stuff. And then you think that somebody's going to like promote you for what? Like, what did you do to work on yourself? Work a little harder on yourself. And I promise you, because I've tested that and I've proven that for myself, that you will earn the reward. When you get up in the morning, before you take up the phone and start checking messages, start checking WhatsApp, Facebook, and all of that apps and all of that stuff, go on YouTube, find a motivational speaker. I will recommend some that I listen to. I listen to Earl Nightingale. I listen to what's that guy name? Earl Scholl. I think it's Mr. Scholl, his name is. I listen to Brian Tracy. I listen to Les Brown. Like, I listen to these people. Sometimes I listen to Joel Osteen when I want to like get my positive juice flowing to believe that I can do all things through Christ. Because, you know, Joel, everything is all good. Like, you know, so I get up and I listen to these people and they kind of like set the tone for the day. So I pray. That's one of the next thing. I get up at 6 and I pray. I ask God to lead the day. And then I listen to some motivational speaker. Then the next thing that I do, I listen to like some great uplifting music. One of my favorite songs is Chevelle Franklin. You give me joy into my soul. So much joy. You give me joy into my soul. Because guess what? I want to go through my day happy. So I pick a happy song and like I listen to that song like all the time. Because I do want that joy through my day. Like no matter what goes on, I want to be happy. So again, I will remind you, work more on yourself than you work on your job. Work more on yourself than you work on anything else around you. And I promise you that you will get that reward. So I'm looking forward to hearing what you're doing to make yourself better. And remember, at Poised to Succeed, you can do it. You are poised to succeed. I can't wait for you to drop your story in the comment section. Like, subscribe, follow me, and I will give you useful tips on how to make your life better. Also, I have tons of other videos that I would love for you to check out. See you later, and I can't wait to hear what you're doing with your life.